Nammo Phat. Good morning. Thank you for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The fourth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I vow to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I am determined to speak truthfully with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news I do not know to be certain, and will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that can cause division or discord, or that can cause the family or the community to break. I am determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. We've started reading The Body, Dhamma Reflections on Aging, Sickness, and Death by the nuns of Amaravati. And right now we're in the Dhamma talk, The Process of Change by Ajahn Metta. What the Buddha suggests is that we have a closer look at what we call our body. If we examine the qualities of the elements, such as those of the fire element, what do we find? What accompanies that element? There is the quality of heat or warmth, which is used, for example, in digestion. The fire element is also responsible for the process of aging, ripening, and maturation. And we find the quality of lightness. If you put a piece of paper into the fire, when it's almost burnt up, it is so light that it can float up into the air. This is one expression of the quality of lightness. And there is, of course, the destructive aspect of heat, when it is so intense that it can burn things up completely. We experience heat in the body when there is a fever or when we have an inflammation. As the fire element and the heat it generates destroy the invading particles or bacteria, we often experience this as quite unpleasant. At this point, the elements are out of balance. If they stay out of balance for a long time, we experience this as illness. The main qualities of the water element are fluidity and cohesion. How do these manifest in the body? When we look at the areas of the body where the water element manifests predominantly, such as the blood, it is clearly fluid and flows through the body with the help of the air element. We see a similar process at work in our tears, spittle, or urine. The quality of cohesion is apparent in all of the different organs and in most parts of the body, in the muscles, sinews, and so on. The water element is in fact so predominant in the body that it accounts for more than 80% of our body mass. Without it, the organs would not be able to carry out their functions. The earth element is obviously predominant in the bones, skin, teeth, hair, nails, etc. Its qualities are a kind of dryness, a quality of hardness, softness, stiffness, or looseness, a seeming solidity, although physicists have shown that actually most of what we perceive as solid consists mainly of space. This is how the earth element manifests in the body and how we can experience it with investigation. We can experience the air element very directly in the process of breathing, as air flowing through the body. One of the qualities of air is movement, and it moves the other elements through the body. With the air element goes the notion of pressure, which we can observe in our breathing, in the expansion and contraction of the chest and abdomen. The air element also moves through the body, for example, in the circulation of blood. So, if we observe these processes in the body, we have the chance to witness impermanence, anicca, and not self, anatta, directly, seeing how they unfold with the interaction of these elements. When we look at the body in this way, in the process of breathing or digesting, for example, it is actually rather difficult to apply a sense of self to it. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining me this morning.